Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 video. In this one, we're going to be talking about heavy class. We're going to be talking about early perks that you want to have, mid-game perks, and then pretty much ruthless operations perks. And I'll tell you which weapons are currently OP, and which one might be good once the OP, as we all know, will be patched. But before we get fully started, I just want to say that if you enjoyed this type of video, do let me know by leaving a like, comment, subscribe. And we do stream every single day from 4 p.m. on Twitch. And we do have our Discord. All those links are down in the description. So do check all those stuff out. But let's get started with a heavy. Right? Heavy is the only class that does not have a melee weapon, which can be a bit frustrating sometimes. But once you adjust to the playstyle of a heavy and you kind of get into the groove of it, this class can be amazing because you have an Iron Halo where you create a barrier around yourself in front where it blocks all range damage. It also has some pretty nice perks for the team, right? Now, for the starter perks, again, when you're leveling, it can be frustrating, but perks like Restoration is massive, especially if you're using a Melta weapon, because killing 10 enemies in rapid succession is easy. It does have a 15-second cooldown, but every 15 seconds in the Horde, you'll be able to get one armor segment, which is nice. Then you definitely want Encompassing Aegis from the team perk. All squad members take 20% less damage from range attack, and that's massive. That's not just for yourself, but that's for the whole team, because if you have Bulwark, he might not focus on no ranged enemies, so having him take less damage is nice. Or even a soldier, anybody, less damage is always nice. You also want to take Adamant Will. After Iron Halo deactivates, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds, and that is crucial because you can use your Iron Halo pretty consistently, and this will synergize with the next thing a little bit, right? But that 20% less health damage is crucial. Now, Upgrade Bastion, Iron Halo durability increased by 20%, which is huge, especially if there's a horde of the shooter enemies. Having it be a bit more durable is always nice. Then you want to take Saving Grace. Reviving a squad member fully restores Iron Halo charge. It's really nice because you'll be able to use it more, which then will work nicely with Adamant Will. And then for Signature, you take the offensive capability. One active Iron Halo deals damage over time to all enemies within 5 meters. So you can pop that, and then when a horde charges towards you, you will be able to, deal a little bit of damage to them. But mid-game, you want to get rid of or switch from Restoration to multi-kill, killing 5 or more enemies. So the one shot from a multi-melter restores ammo by 1. The reason why it's just that because, especially in the harder difficulty, if you want to try to get rid of warriors or chaos space marines, it can be ammo consuming, especially on multi-melta, right? So getting rid of the 5 or more enemies in one shot, restoring that, not only do you help clear the horde, but you also can keep your ammo count same. Then you definitely want to take Fortitude. Health increases by 20% is massive. More health, stay alive longer, right? Then you take Overwhelming Power. When Iron Halo is active, all squad members within 10 meters deal 10% more ranged damage. It's especially crucial if you have somebody who also runs Melta, right? Or somebody who's in the back, right? And you're using a pistol. You can also, in the team perk, switch from taking less range damage to more ammo capacity. I don't recommend that as much because your team taking less damage is always nice. But if your team is good at dodging and taking almost no damage or taking as little damage as possible, additional supplies is nice. Now in this one, I still keep Adamant Will. Then I keep Upgrade Bastion because Iron Halo recharges 20% faster, but his durability is reduced by 30%. Is not what I want. And killing 10 enemies in rapid succession, restoring 1 equipment charge with a cooldown of 3 minutes, not worth it for me. And then if I get rid of Saving Grace and pick up Brute Force when Iron Hail is on cooldown. Range damage increased by 15%. It can be good, especially if you use it continuously, but I still like to keep Saving Grace. Now for signature, if both of your squad members are incapacitated or grabbed, your primary weapon will not overheat. That's only useful if you're running a plasma weapon. That's why I don't pick it. Now, when you're pretty much almost done with the operations, okay, you're almost level 25 or you're level 25, I still keep multi-kill. Now, auxiliary ammunition is not bad, but it's not worth it, to be honest. Just keeping your ammo count same is always nice. Now, while in heavy stance, dealing damage restores 15% more contested health, but you'll not be able to move. It's not as good as 20% more health. Then we still keep overwhelming power because versatility is, it just increases your secondary weapon, which can be good, but not for me. I don't enjoy it as much. I didn't try it out, but I don't use my secondary as often as I use my primary. Now, for team, Bonds of Brotherhood, reviving a squad member restores them to full health is pretty nice. Especially if you're playing with randoms, it can be really amazing because, especially in the harder difficulty, your medkits or Medicaid syringes, they don't give you as much health as, if you're playing on easier difficulty. So being able to revive a squad member to full health is amazing. I don't run it because I usually get mostly lucky, so that's why I run encompassing ages so they take less damage. Then you definitely want Emperor's Protection because when Iron Halo expires its all energy, one armor segment is restored for all squad members, which doesn't just benefit you, as it says, it benefits everybody. Just one armor segment might not mean like a lot, but having that little bit more protection is nice. Then we still keep Abjured Bastion and Saving Grace. And for signature move, I like to have Conversion Field, because when Iron Hail is active, all squad members within 100 meters gain ability charge 50% faster, which is nice, right? So hopefully you see some pretty nice background play. This hopefully not just explains why I picked them, but hopefully this little clip helps you see why I run multi-Melta, not just because it is broken, it can overheal you, but also because it gets rid of the horde faster, and some of the perks really work well with multi-Melta, like the one that gives you ammo back if you kill 5 enemies in one shot with a multi-Melta, right? But also the other perks, they're all really nice. Taking less damage, yeah, pretty nice. But as I said, hopefully this clip helped you. Now let's get back into the thing with the weapon perks. Now we run multi-Melta right now because it is OP. Now for when you get to Mastercraft, Artificer, and Relic ones, you obviously want to unlock them all, put masteries, but you want to use the ones that give you more ammo. Because at the green, yes, you only get 3 more ammo versus like 1 range or 1 rate of fire, but 3 more rounds is nice. Now in the next one, having 6 more rounds and eventually have 10 more rounds, with the perks you get from here, you will have a crap ton. I run 42 mag, and I could have a little bit more if I have the perk from the class. Now this is the way that I run. All tops, more ammo is nice. Kill my Joris level, high enemy restores 10% more maximum of ammo reserve is nice. It does have a 30-second cooldown, and it cannot exceed ammo capacity or maximum ammo capacity. Right? Pretty nice. Heavy fire, 1 heavy stance fire increase about 15%. I'll just spam your shots more. Heavy immunity, 1 heavy stance, you do not lose control from heavy hits. I try not to put myself in the situation from that, but it does help once in a while. And then Executioner's Fire, after a finish, your fire rate increased by 25% for 5 seconds, which means you can have that and heavy fire, allowing you to spam your shots more. Then you get 2 heavy mites, 1 heavy stance, you deal 15% more damage. And you want to be in heavy stance because you get more fire rate, so you get more damage. Then you get Death Strike, after killing a Joris level or higher enemy with a melee weapon, you deal 25% more damage for 5 seconds. It doesn't really matter, it's not huge, at least for me. I take increased capacity, more ammo, more shots. self-explanatory. And then I take Tyrannid Eliminator because I pretty much only fight Tyrannids because Chaos are just too annoying right now, right? So I enjoy Tyrannid fighting. But that is the Melta weapon. Hopefully you have a clip of just me showing you how to do it, you know, why you should be in heavy stance and a mob more damage do, right? As well as just hopefully some pretty cool clip. But let's talk about Plasma Pistol now, right? I run Plasma Pistol over Bolt Pistol because Plasma Pistol allows me to hit the Tyrannid snipers or Tyrannid flying units, I forget their name, or the flying mini boss, right? I don't want to butcher the name, that's why I didn't pronounce it. For the Mastercraft, Artifice, and Relic versions, you definitely want to have magazine capacity, right? More shots, because other ones you get 1 more fire rate or 3 more venting speed, which doesn't seem too bad, but you lose 30 rounds, which is 3 charged shots. Now, for the perks, I take middle or bottom and top. Then I take fast venting, where weapons cool 15% faster, which allows you to, you know, in between shots have a little bit of more cooldown or cooling period. And then I take supercharged shot, where damage from charged shots increased by 10%. Or sorry, I take rampage, which doesn't really matter. Then we take supercharged shot because I use charged shots a lot to get rid of warriors or snipers or flying units. This is amazing, right? Then we take blast radius, where damage radius of charged shots increased by 5%. Might not mean like a lot, but having a little bit more AoE can be helpful, especially if you get a horde that's a bit away from you. You can charge shot a warrior and possibly do a bit more damage, right? Then we take Great Might, damage against, or damage increased by 10% against terminus enemies. Again, sometimes I don't want to use Melta, this can help. Then we take Plasma Collection, energy reserve for plasma weapons increases by 20%. More ammo, more shots. And we take Perpetual Velocity twice, because you get your shots charged 20% faster for each one, which means faster charge, or your shots charge faster, which means you can use them more often, which means you can get rid of the enemies a little bit faster. That's why I run that. Now, this will be the clip of how many runs I have. You can see the times that I use it and when I use it. I don't use it as often, but it's still really helpful, right? And after this, we have a little bit, pretty much ending run of the first mission, aka operation. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, you know what to do. And do let me know down in the comments, how would you change this build? Do you enjoy this build? What would you change, like in terms of perk tree for your class? Or how would you change it in terms of weapons? Would you run multi-melta, or would you run heavy plasma or heavy bolter? Would you run a plasma pistol or a bolter pistol, right? Or not bolter pistol, sorry, bolt pistol. Let me know how would you run it. But don't forget to toss them. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the ending clip. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Charges set, and the swarm approaches. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. The swarm is upon us. This unit's ready to go. Crew will spark it. Casinos are fully heroes, you blaze. detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. I am going to enjoy watching these tyrannies ride in the... Tyranid biosigns down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Extraction